guys. Okay, I'm sorry. Alright, hold on for just a minute. Oh, whoops, I should have got everything set up. Okay. Alright, hold on. Whoop. No, that's not what I want. No. What? Come on now. Come on, move this over. Alright, now. Alright, now. We're gonna do. Alright, I'm gonna go for the Ascended Lord today. Alright, this one's the second one. They're not really in any particular order, but they're all based on, the Arcana. The reversed Arcana in particular, yeah? Alright, now, let's see, with that out of the way, short backstory, and, alright, now, warning, these guys, alright, warning, this, Ascended, they're basically, anti-human, celestial supremacists, so they're probably gonna have a lot of that, kind of ideology, which, I don't promote. And I see you on Twitter typing that right now in the future. Stop that. Get some help. Touch grass, please. Alright, the Nun of None, which is a shadow of the Hieroplant's Arcana. Alright now. Hey, Indumati. I'm not cute. That is false information. Alright now, when the celestial realm wished to share its knowledge, its power, and give unto that, and to those that the Nun of None were thought were lesser, nay, inferior beings, to the creations that said and to the creations of said inferior beings, meaning, humans and tulpas, it joined the cause of the Muse of Darkness with one mission: to correct this mistake, this error that it saw in its own eyes, and to reclaim the power, that knowledge that the goddess of creation gave so freely and so ignorantly, and in None of None's known mind. That is why the Nun of None would correct society itself, especially through its dogma and education and its beliefs and traditions, and warped him slowly, while leading him to be taken over by the deranged and power-hungry, even being a big player in warping the goddess of creation's faith into protagonism. Alright, now, hey, get all that nonsense off my board, please. Sorry about that, talking about the, chat board. I like to be able to read the people on the chat board. Alright now. Sorry about that. Hey, phone, what's up? Alright now, it's rare to get to see you stream. Yeah, that's because I usually stream late at night, sorry. Alright now, let's see, alright now, big player in, twisting protagonism to make it not guide but blind and deceive with lies in its own mouth and hatred in its heart, to prove that humanity wasn't worthy of what the goddess creation shared all along. It was defeated once when it created a subspace trap in a religious school, where it once taught its propaganda to spread the idea of protagonism as part of an abusive school for wayward use. Alright, that's kind of a little bit of a dark subject, but I won't bring up any more about that. I won't bring up why, but no. Before being defeated by hey, I like to read chat board, please. Get all the ad break nonsense out of here now. Please let me see the chat board, please. Stop blocking it, please. Alright, it was defeated once when it created a subspace world in a religious school where, alright, now wayward use, before being defeated by what little good had been drawn to those dark places, led by a single schoolgirl who struck her down with the power of true arts given the form of the positive feelings of school and a bunch of tulpas that were born of dreams, and the supplies of the supplies of the school given shape and form in a nightmarish prison where the girl was pushed by her bullies into the locker leading to the Nun of None's other world, where it spread its influence like a plague upon vulnerable minds and hearts. And any sage, any scholar who dared to question a Nun of None and why, it corrected by purifying them, by isolating them, and making them go unheard. And if anyone slipped through the cracks and became a rival, such as the winged sage had become, it needed correcting as well. Alright now. The Nun of None herself appeared as a towering, massive, dark, masked nun-like creature with a cape like a very shadows, and it carried a massive ruler drenched in blood. Its true face never visible, but always full of rage, of entitlement. It thought it could destroy wisdom and become the only wisdom left, and that it could become and it could control the narrative of it and its subordinates' twisted design. But the winged sage managed to outsmart her, not with strength, but by her own, but by the very knowledge and wisdom that was shared between mortals and their creations of tulpas. The nun went down in a rage at the winged sages. I like him. No, they're a girl. I'm sorry. The none of none is definitely a woman. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's kind of inspired by Miss Trunchbull, as well as those nuns that are like in those classic movies. Who smack people upside the head with rulers. Of course, since it's covered in blood, since the ruler that none is using, it's covered in blood. That's probably signifying that it's probably killed a few people with by going that far. Just because she was just being pure because she cared about violence. Yeah, but no. Press the wrong button again? No, I actually did it on purpose this time. Since you guys liked it the first time. So I thought I'd do it again, and this time actually deliberately. Alright, the winged sage fans are outsmarted not by strength and power, but by the very knowledge and wisdom shared with mortals and their creations, the tulpas, and none went down in a rage at the idea that something it considered even less than inferior. Yeah, by the way, all the Ascended basically, consider, mortals to be basically inferior beings to themselves, and they also consider tulpas to basically be even less than inferior, basically. So, yeah. So the Winged Sage, they're like a tutorial fairy. They're like another character that's kind of related to the Dark Lord. So, yeah. And of course, yeah. Listen, yeah. So basically, it was defeated by basically something that it thought was even less inferior, which became its undoing. Yeah, good riddance to the Nun of None. They were a mean bully anyway. Indumati. My cap... come on. Ah, my bottle got frozen. Ugh. Stupid. Come on, camera. Camera, please. Ah, I got frozen. Oh well, did you guys enjoy the story regardless? I'm really sorry about that. I could have sworn it was capturing when I started, but it decided, not to do it for some reason. Alright, now let's go look for somebody who's on. Ooh, Fair the Bat's on. Yeah, sorry about that. Alright, now let's see who's on. None can bully the pocket pets. I'm not a pocket pet, no. Alright, let's raid Fair the Bat now. Alright, raid Fair the Bat. Alright, now let's do that. I'm not 5'9", I'm 5'9", okay? Indumati, please. Sorry, Indumati, decided, to get frozen. She's kind of trapped by, one of glitches, glitches. Yeah, Glitch can be a little bit of a prankster sometimes, you see. One of the best members of Dreams, though, because they're really strong. Capable of creating a glitch hell matrix. Really strong. Really strong true art, though. Especially the, item duplication glitch. Anyway, goodbye.